We have stated on record that Mr. Zuma did comply with his medical parole placement. Hence, at the expiry of his sentence, we have confirmed his release from our care.
The former president, Jacob Zuma, breathes a sigh of relief at his release from the Department of Correctional Services system. Zuma has likened the end of his 15-month sentence, much of it spent at home, to his release from Robben Island in 1973. He's lamented the Constitutional Court for handing down the sentence without a trial. The 80-year-old, who's expressed ambitions to be the ANC's next national chairperson at the party's 55th elective conference, has expressed relief at his renewed freedom. In a statement, Zuma has pledged his support for all who stood by him, adding that they had become victims as a result of their loyalty. Jacob Zuma Foundation spokesperson Zwanele Mani says the South African public has been yearning for the former president's voice after his imprisonment.
His Excellency President Zuma is a free man. He can participate in anything that he wants to participate in from A to Z.
In essence, there is still a court order declaring that Zuma returns to jail. The matter came to the fore again during the Judicial Service Commission interviews where Judge Elias Matojane was interviewed for a position at the Supreme Court of Appeal. Last year, Matojane declared that the decision by former National Correctional Services Commissioner Arthur Fraser to grant Zuma medical parole was unlawful. He also ordered that Zuma returns to jail and that the time he had spent out of jail on medical parole would not count towards his sentence. This matter was intimated by EFF leader Julius Malema, who questioned the benefit of imprisoning the elderly, in an exchange that Matojane would not be drawn to.
In the rehabilitation of these inmates and reintegrating them into society, what will the society benefit if we were to incarcerate an 8-year-old, rehabilitate and integrate into society? Because by the time he gets back into the society, there's no longer a human being there.
I think you're asking a very good question.
There remains.
The Supreme Court of Appeal is considering the matter, and with this order still hovering over the former statement's head, it seems that there is a plethora of outcomes that can emerge from the appeals court, as legal analyst Benedict Phiri explains.
The Supreme Court of Appeal obviously has to now determine whether it will uphold that order, in which event, if it does, then we will have to see the former president return to jail, or whether it will overturn that order and say it was wrong for any reason and that there was no reason to set aside or declare unlawful the conduct of the commissioner.
Despite this, the former president has not been shy to celebrate the latest developments. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.